Hey, what's going on, guys? RS Games here, back with another episode of American Truck Simulator on the owner operator life. How's it going today, guys? I hope all is well with you. You know, I'm really starting to think I'm a heavy hauler. We talked about taking this job at the last episode, and I went ahead and did it. It's paying pretty good, and it's about a 400-mile trip. I've already knocked probably 20-ish, 30-ish miles off the trip because I did have to sleep since the last episode, but I picked it up beforehand, so we should be ready to rock and roll. We just got to get out of here and back up on the freeway, and we should be good. And the truck's pulling this thing phenomenally. So this truck is this is really a good truck. I mean, it can pull heavy loads, it can pull choppers, it can pull anything I want it to, really. I mean, so it's gonna be stay for a while. We just gotta get that sleeper put on this thing. That's the only thing that it's really missing to make it a good truck. Alright, let's get going here. If you guys are new here and you have not done so already, make sure you hit that like button and that subscribe button down below. We play a variety of simulation games here on this channel. This series being one of them. This series, if you're new here, is all about being an owner-operator. I'm using the GDC Realistic Economy mod. I think you can find it on the Steam Workshop. If not, you just type up GDC Realistic Economy mod in Google, and it'll either take you to a mod site that has it on there or right to their website. It's a pretty good mod. It really makes you find a new meaning to the game. It makes it difficult. Let's put it that way. This load right here for driving 400-ish miles is only paying 1,400 bucks. Normally something like that in the base game economy is like probably 20 grand, 30 grand once you level up some. So for driving as far as we have to with these loads and as heavy as they are and whatnot, it definitely makes it a grind. You know, we've been pretty fortunate lately. We've been making good money. Right now, obviously, I only got 2,500 bucks in the bank account, and reason for that is we've paid off some of our stupid debt. I took out a lot of debt in the start of this series, which was a big mistake. I'm getting better at not doing that, but now I'm paying the consequences of paying that debt back. Every time we play, I gotta pay some of that debt back. And I'm making daily payments on it, obviously, but I try to make enough money to pay some of it back every episode. This one won't happen. We did have a beautiful Freightliner Cascadia. I won't call it beautiful. That was kind of a wrong term, but you know, I missed that truck. We had a Freightliner Cascadia. It was a really nice rig. I sold it and bought this one to pay off some of our debt, because part of that debt was buying that truck. So it helped out a lot, and now we're just trying to work our way back up, pay off some more of that, and upgrade this truck to something we really want. Need to get a sleeper on it. I'd like to make the wheelbase a little bit longer as well, and eventually put a bigger horsepower motor in it. I think it's got like a 400-ish, 450 horse motor in this thing, and it pulls really well. I mean, last episode we hauled something that was insanely heavy. I think total gross weight we were like 160 some thousand pounds. This one shouldn't be as heavy, but I mean, it pulls these bigger loads like a champ. I mean, nothing really stops it unless it's a really steep hill, but you're gonna have that. So hopefully we can eventually make this truck lovely, but need to build up ourselves a buffer first, and we're getting there. I mean, we're getting some higher paying jobs, but we're driving further also. So at the same time, you know, you're making more money, but also you're spending more on fuel and you're wasting more time. You know, I mean, what's really the best option? I don't know, but sometimes you just gotta go for the big cash jobs, you know what I mean? This thing's a big chopper too, like that's really big. Chained down nice and well. Hopefully the DOT doesn't bother us about that. I mean, I'm sure they're not happy because we're not really equipped to be hauling oversized loads in this truck, so we're trying to fly under the radar. The last load we hauled more at night to you know, just kind of avoid trouble. Today we're going right through the day. I mean, it's a Wednesday at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I can't help it. We just gotta haul it, you know? I'd really like to be able to get some of my own guys too driving for me, but gosh, this mod makes it so difficult. The garage upgrades and buying a new garage is just so expensive, and then trucks on top of it's even worse. But I'd love to have my own guys in this, you know. I haul a $1,000 load, they haul a $500 load. That'd be pretty good. I'm pretty sure we did already make our loan payment for the day. We're paying about 350 bucks a day right now, which, you know, I mean, a day, that's a lot. I mean, in real life, that'd be a lot, but in a game, it's not as much, but it's still quite a bit considering like this load's only paying like $1,400. So you're spending right off the top of that load. There goes your $300 loan payment, $350 loan payment. Probably gonna have $400 in fuel on this run, maybe plus. So I mean, we're already down to only making $700 off this load by the end of it. You know, that makes you think a little bit with this mod. Definitely, if you guys haven't checked it out and feel like you're missing something from American Truck, definitely check it out. It's, like I said, it adds a whole new purpose to the game. But then again, I also do have the other series where it's like the complete opposite of this one, where we're making money hand over fist, like taking $40,000 jobs, and our guys are hauling in like crazy, paying out, and so I'm getting the best of both worlds, really. You know, I'm getting the extreme growth, and I'm getting the extremely hard grind. So I've got the right balance right now with my American Truck playing. And I think we're going right up to the Texas border, like the edge, the northern border is about where we're dropping. I wanted to say I've been to the place we're going to before. I could be wrong. I know we've delivered to like some sort of farm before, right on one of the state borders. I don't know if this is going to a farm or a machinery repair. I know I could obviously look. Grand Pastures. I'm pretty sure we've been there. I could be wrong on that. But we have delivered to a farm somewhere around there before. Be kind of cool to get back to the roots. Our setup has changed quite drastically, I'm sure, since the last time we were there. I think the last time we were there, we might have been still in that international that I had, which, if you guys miss the days of that, you are lucky. I mean, we were doing 45 miles an hour with a 20,000 pound load, and it would not go over that. It was like, it made the grind just that much harder, and that's in fact why I took out the debt to get that Freightliner I used to have, is because I literally just did not want to play anymore because of that truck. Like, I just kept thinking to myself, I need to keep pushing, I'll get better times in the game, and it just would not happen. It was so bad. And before that, we had the Mac, and the Mac was actually a really good truck. I will never bad talk that Mac, because both of my American Truck series, I started out with that Mac R series, and that thing was a trooper. It definitely has paved a path in both of my American Truck series, and forever gonna be one of my favorite mods. Which I believe that mod you can also find on the Steam Workshop. If you just type up Mac R series, I believe it's there. It does work with the current versions of the game. As of right now, the 1.49 update, it does work with that. So yeah, I'd recommend it if you guys are looking for a small grindy series. There's also a really old Peterbilt mod. I don't know the name of it off the top of my head, but it's fairly a cheap truck. So for a like if you wanted to play with the realistic economy, you could. There's a lot of trucks, but that truck would also be a good one. I know another bigger channel has used it, and he's still using, I think. He's really grinding it out in the same truck. I have an issue where I can't stay in the same truck in this game. I'm getting better. The Trucking Thursday series, we've stayed in the Peterbilt and the Freightliner we had. Both those trucks were around for quite a while. And this one's new. The Freightliner was I think we put like 7,000 miles on in that truck. So in this game, that's quite a bit of trucking. So kind of impressive for me to have had a truck around that long. Definitely has kept me held down a little bit, I'll say that. Not a whole lot of traffic out here today. I will note, guys, one thing. If you'll see, the scenery's kind of green with the snow mod. When I downloaded it off the website, it did say on there that some of the scenery will be green. There was no fix, they said, for it. So, I mean, I do apologize about the visuals being a little goofy. I just want to build a truck on some snowy roads. I can't lie. So, it's going to be here to stay at least until the end of the month of January. I think once January is gone, I'll be over winter and it'll be time to get back on dry roads. But considering what time of the year it is, you know, it's brand new year, we might as well truck through the snow a little bit, right? Ooh, we got a car flying up on us. All right, we're over halfway there. This trip has went pretty smoothly so far, not gonna lie. I just jinxed myself 100% there. If you guys are new here, I jinx myself every time. Like, I say something and I jinx myself. So far so good. Normally when I say that, it like jinx myself in like 2 miles, you know. So far so good. The AI is driving fairly decent today also. I have such an issue with the AI in this game. They do not like me. I mean, it's partially I'm not a very good driver, but, you know, at least in this game, I like to think I'm a decent driver IRL. I don't like driving that much IRL, but I feel like I'm a decent driver. I'm pretty alert and try to watch everyone. All right, we're coming up to Waco, it looks like. Good movie made out of Waco. Actually, I think it's a true story and it's really bad. But that movie was very interesting. If you guys have never, or was it a TV series? I think it might have been a TV series. Waco, Texas was a really good thing to watch. It was crazy that people actually think like that. For one thing, like, blew my mind that there's people like that out there in this world. And it was something that kept me held down for a while to watch it. So that takes a lot. There's not many shows that can hold my attention span for a long time, but that was one of them. CMV inspection station. Well, good thing we didn't have to go over there. We lucked out there. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Here it is. Here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, nope. We're good. We're still in the same state. Maybe that's what it's about. I don't know. They're playing nice with us today. I think the last load, where has it been a while? I don't think it was too long ago I had to stop there, and it was kind of a goofy ordeal because I had to like go in there and turn out or something and then come back around. I don't know. It was just like a pain that it was there. Actually, no, I did not go into that thing. I went the other way. Yep, I didn't drive past it. I went the other way. I avoided that scale. I had to anyways because my load was not going near there, but I didn't really want to go in there and turn. I remember now. I didn't actually go in there. I was just I was thinking that's how I was gonna have to get out of there, was go in there, go out and turn, but I was fortunate enough that I could turn before I had to go past there. So I also avoided the ticket. I was getting nervous I was gonna get a ticket for not going there because I had the little thing, and now they're just like, he didn't have to go past here. We're gonna let him be. Thankfully. Man, it's already getting dark out. I slept a little too long. Wanted to sleep in today, you know. Coming off that festive time of the year, you know, I had extra calories and whatnot, you know. I just wanted to lay in bed all day. But I figured I had to get up and truck and haul this mean machine here. Alright, I feel like I'm gonna want to be over here. We gonna head towards Texarkana? Don't really know for sure. Alright, yeah, it looks like Texarkana or Fort Worth? We're heading towards Fort Worth, I think. Yep. Okay. Probably could slow down a little bit for this curve. I don't need to be rolling this thing, and it'd take quite a team of tow trucks to get this thing back over, I think. Don't really want to do that today. Also be very expensive, and I can't afford it. I don't think the insurance man would like that either. Because although I've been a pretty good boy, I have had some incidences where the insurance companies had to step in, so we gotta play it safe. Alright, we're heading towards Denton. Waco's that way. I should go to Waco. Let's take the long way around. I was trying to read that sign and it really messed me up. Like, stopped my thought process entirely. Sometimes that happens. That's one of my bad things is I could be talking and then I like something catches my eye or I think it's really important and then I just like poof lose all my mental thought process and I can't get it back. Does that ever happen to any of you? You ever just lose your mental thought process just like poof, gone? Maybe it's just a sign I'm getting old or something. All right. Oak Lawn Ave. I want to go over there. Looks cool over there. All right, we got 54 miles to go. We're just hammering down on this thing. Wow, this is 16 minutes so far. We're really cruising along. Not a bad trip at all. Making some big bucks. We'll be close to $4,000 in the bank by the end of this load. That's gonna be nice. $4,000. And then within the next 10 episodes, we'll be up to $10,000 again, and we can pay off some more debt. Something like that. The problem is so when you're making such a small payment, you're only paying off like $5 a day on your debt on each loan. You know, I got a long list of loans, and so it takes a lot more to just pay them off one by one because you're only making $5 a day off. So it doesn't go down very fast. Let's put it that way. I've had several loans and it's like, God, that's all I've paid off and it's been this long. I think my big loan I'm just gonna try to pay off by days. Like, I'm never actually gonna be able to fully pay that thing off. But it would be nice to be debt free. Be 100% profit minus fuel. We could do a lot of things with this business because I got the drive for it, but it's always funny to think. This is kind of a little TED talk with me today. The world wants you to be in debt so bad, right? And I don't think debt is necessarily a bad thing, but I've seen a lot of like billionaires on billionaires say, "Oh, debt's like the best thing ever." And when you're very financially well off, I don't say that's a bad thing because having liquidable assets, like, hey, I got, you know, if you were really rich and had $5 million in cash and had like $1 million line of credit, like you had $1 million that you took out a loan on. There is so much more you could do with your $5 million plus pay off your payment than tie up $1 million of that, only have $4 million. But when you're the middle class person in life and you don't make as much, I think paying stuff off right away is a lot better. Like, if you can do it, like, obviously stuff comes up, right? You had a car and all of a sudden it broke down and now you gotta go take out a loan on a new one, right? Stuff happens. But if you can help it, like credit cards, you know, if you could just pay for it up front, right? It's so much better than money ahead because you're not paying the interest. And in turn, I think it helps you save money a little bit because if you can make payments on something, you're more apt to spend a bunch instead of, you know, thinking about it more. You guys understand what I mean? I don't know. I feel like credit's a very good and very bad thing for the world, like people. Maybe not necessarily the economy, because a lot of things thrive off of interest. Don't get me wrong on that, but I think debt is bad and good, and they really should. I think in schools these days they should really talk about the benefits and disadvantages of debt. And I think a lot of people, because I know a ton of people that are in debt up to their necks in real life, and it struggles. And then I know other people that aren't in debt and maybe don't spend as much or like keep up with the Joneses, as a saying is. So I don't know, it's kind of like a thing to think about. If any of you are out there watching, maybe I could have just inspired you. I don't know. I try to incorporate something that is kind of meaningful, like in a series like this. You know, I took out a bunch of debt. Now I really wish I wouldn't have, because I'm paying for it and I'm struggling in this series. All right, $1,317. Actually, let's go in here. See, I could take out $83,000, but it's not very smart. I don't even think I've made a payment on this one yet. I'm pretty sure that I am just paying the interest right now. That's kind of sad to say. I'm hoping I can eventually pay off like 3 of them by days, but goodness, it takes so much. Takes so much. I realistically should just take out 80 grand, pay all them off, and just have 2 very big loans. I don't know. All right, let's get a plan for next time here. Okay, that's gonna not be cool. We'll check Dallas first. Dallas has got a terrible load. Ardmore's got nothing. Ardmore. Fort Worth? Nothing out of Fort Worth? Really? Well, there's one in McAllister that's pretty good, but probably shouldn't keep heavy hauling with this truck. It's not a good decision. I wish we could get like this one. 1,800 bucks? Heck yes. I think before I started today's episode, like started driving and took this load, there was a $3,000 payout on a load. So that must have been like, get it here yesterday. Long trip, and yeah, we need it in one piece. That would have been sweet to take, but I can't do something like that. It was like 500 miles away. I'd have never made it there in time to pick it up. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate you guys watching and supporting me. And I'll catch you all next time. And you know the drill. Keep on a truckin'. Bye-bye.